Hi everyone, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a collective reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is taking place on November 8th at 3 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone wherever you are in the world. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, new subscribers over on Patreon. I appreciate y'all so much. If I resonate with you as a reader and you're not subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you do. Also hit the thumbs up if I resonate with you and drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from y'all in the comments. What else I want to say? Thank you everyone who's booked a personal reading with me over the past few weeks. I really appreciate that so much. My calendar is open. We will see how much of November I will be open for, probably just another week or so. So if you're interested in a personal reading, you want to get that in the next couple days so that we can get it on the books before the holiday season kicks in totally. What else do I want to say? So Taurus energy, let's just hop into it. Let's talk about it. We're talking about like security, loyalty, relationships, family, home. All of those things are going to be highlighted during this full moon eclipse that is taking place on the 8th. With all eclipses, expect the unexpected. You might find yourself sort of in a space where you are releasing what I'm going to call like survival strategies that are based on fear, like it could be habits, mindsets, just like general life processes that you have developed in order to sort of get you through, and sort of releasing those fears and then releasing those survival strategies so that you can make space for like the energy of thriving. Survival strategies is kind of like based on like an inherent lack or something that's missing or something that won't be provided. And when you are thriving and expecting success, right, the mindset is more one of faith and leaning into the abundance instead of leaning into the fear that the abundance might not be available to you, because it is, right? We know that the abundance is available to you. This could lead to these unexpected boosts that are just going to launch you in new directions that will, I think, in a lot of ways feel really good. Even though you may have never thought about these things before or considered them as options, you might feel really good as like these new and interesting trajectories or you're launched on these new and interesting trajectories, I should say. I think releasing some of our personal shackles, right, that have like been sort of comfort, what do they call them? Safety blankets. Thank you. I'm like, comfort blanket? That's not right. Sort of safety blankets, right? That like, but in a way keep us like tied to circumstance. And we know that in order to like enter into the fullness of our abundance and the fullness of the possibilities that is there for our lives, we sort of can't be bound. And some of these safety blankets are pretty heavy, it feels like to me. But anyway, let's hop into this reading. I've got a couple oracle decks in front of me. This is Taurus energy, so I'm starting off with the Isis oracle, which has fallen into my hands a couple of times lately, so I'm not sure. We'll see what this energy is all about. Whew. The rising sun, the divine solar child is reborn. Yeah, you're experiencing a rebirth here. You're experiencing a rebirth because you are releasing the heaviness. For some of you, it's like a darkness that you have been sort of using as a shield in a way, like holding on to some sort of gripping onto the shadow, because the thing about shadows is they move, you know what I mean? And so like, and they're not static, right? And so as the light moves, the shadow moves, and it's almost like you've been sort of holding the shadow in this one place because it felt comfortable. You could address enough of it so that you can continue to move on. Now is a time where it's like facing up and then releasing once and for all, so that you can allow for this rebirth. Let me get another one of these. Ooh, I'm gonna take the ones that flipped over. You have soul retrieval, yep, deep soul healing with the goddess, right? You're getting in. The release of these shackles, the release of these. They're almost like accommodations is the wrong word, but like adjustments that you have made in order to maintain this level of comfort. When you release those things, it gives you access to a deeper level of your soul self, your inner being, your higher consciousness, whatever you want to call it. You have more access to that, right? More light is being shown in that area because you're allowing the shadow to shift, to evolve, to change, right? What is this one here? And then you have Queen of Heaven, blessing from the divine Empress of the skies, right? Here we go. You're gonna and once you have access, right, to that higher consciousness, right, because you're no longer existing in survival mode. You are entering the frequency of thriving, embracing the vibration of success, right? Then blessings are going to start to pour in because you are going to be in the flow of that vibration. Let's go ahead and get a couple of African goddess rising. I'm into the goddess energy right now. Ooh, well, that one fell right down. I'm gonna grab it but let me just see what wants to come out here. Give me one more, please. Take it. Let me get this one. Excuse me. Okay. Yep. Mojaji. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that right, but manifestation, right? This is the thing that has been sort of keeping the sort of the flow of manifestation. You might see things come through in like small waves, but you're like, how come I can't like get a like consistent rhythm going? You know what I mean? Like you'll have some sort of surge or something will come through, and then it'll be like sort of like a plateau, right? And you're like, well, how come I can't like just get in the flow and stay in the flow, right? And it's because of those survival mechanisms, those mechanisms that you have in place that are now being released, that's going to allow you to create and co-create more readily in your life. Cosmic power, because it takes away this sort of barrier between you and, again, your inner being, your higher conscious, your divine source, right? That barrier is being released here, and so then you are able to receive the blessings, right? The blessings from the divine Empress of the skies. You are able to receive the blessings and be touched by this cosmic power, right? And have this cosmic power move through you, right? In order to create these manifestations. All right, let's get into some tarot. I've been talking long enough. Let's see here. Messages for the collective for the full moon eclipse in Taurus. Full moon eclipse in Taurus. I am going to do an extended for this over on Patreon, so you can follow me over there at the end. More Taurus energy here at the bottom of the deck. I love it. The Nine of Pentacles here. kind of understanding your resources, right? Knowing exactly what you have, and realizing that you don't have to exist in that fear. It is okay to let the light in. It is okay to let the light in. It is okay to embrace the spirit of healing. Someone out there is like resisting their own healing because they're unsure of how to function as a healed and or healing version of themselves, right? Sort of used to some level of dysfunction, used to confusion here, used to, I'm hearing like, used to a lack of direction, right? And just sort of going where the wind blows. And there's something about that energy creating like this low expectation for what will be provided for you, or what can be provided for you, or what is possible in your life, what you're capable of creating, and almost like blocking you off from receiving because you are like not in the full energy of your creation and not really recognizing all the resources that you have at your disposal. Moving away from that mindset, realizing the illusion here, the Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, realizing the illusion here, and taking a step away from it toward clarity, right? For some of you, this is you like gathering your resources and being like, you know what, I am like I'm making a shift here. I'm going to utilize the resources that I have at my disposal to make a big shift in my life, whether that be moving to a completely another location, or switching jobs, or just like not engaging in the same sorts of conversation anymore, and being like, you know what, I'm not engaging that because I know that it's part of an illusion that I do not subscribe to in a way. So I'm not going to have that conversation anymore. I'm going to utilize my resources, my time, my energy, my money, whatever it is, in another direction that feels more productive for me, that feels like it's a response to the light as opposed to a response to the distortion. Ooh, yep. And then understanding, wow. Okay, understanding that, wow, look at that. That like patience here. Patience and the change is going to come with time. It's like sowing your seeds now, like in this in a place where you know it's going to get sun, right? And so where it's going to get the light that's needed to grow, right? You're realizing like, oh wait, I had been sort of scattering my seeds willy-nilly because I was trying, like, in survival. So like here's some land, right? And that's survival mode, because you know, like, eventually something's going to have to grow, right? As opposed to taking your time of finding the right place to sow these seeds, and then carefully sowing them, nurturing, nourishing them. This could be even you, like, deciding that you want to, like, I really want to take up this new avenue in business, but I know that I need to learn some new things, or I need to perhaps, like, get a mentor, or take some sort of like an internship for some of you, just some time to learn whatever it is that you want to invest your energy in, and realizing, like, if I take that time now, I'm going to be able to manifest exactly what I want, right? Because I have all the resources. I just need sort of the expertise. How do I put them together, right? How do I put them together in order to get myself into that flow of sort of creation of the empire, right? It's almost like it will keep building and keep growing, as long as I keep building and keep growing and keeping intentional about where I'm sowing those seeds, right? What else wants to come through here? Wow, Ace of Cups, and then the blessing, because it's the intention, it's being more careful about what you're doing. being more patient and precise about how you are co-creating from this space of it's not even expectation. It's just a space of knowing that if it is meant to be, that it will blossom and bloom in whatever the way it is meant to be will happen. All you have to do is the work and allow sort of your divine source to materialize the blessing. You see, and it's going to happen exactly the way it's meant to happen. As long as you put your intention in that direction. Six of Swords, victory here, success. So it's like and it gets you the recognition, because it almost feels like you may have been like trying this and trying that and trying this and trying that and seeing what stuck. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. That level of intention that you're bringing in right now is what is about to make the difference. It's going to make the difference. So take the time here to find the appropriate piece of land. Monitor where the light is hitting. What is bringing you joy in a moment, right? Where is the light hitting? All right. And so that you can sort of invest more time, more energy, more resources in those spaces, right? And stop gripping onto the shadow. Stop gripping onto the shadow, because it's preventing you from sort of like expanding into the possibility of all that can be. Okay, bang. So let's go ahead and get a Shaman's Dream Oracle to wrap this message up, and then we'll go over to Patreon for the extended. If you've made it this far, drop me your favorite plant emoji. I think there's a few there. Drop me your favorite plant emoji. And really consider what you're growing and the soil that you're growing it in. You know what I mean? Fear is like salt in the soil. Let's see here. Okay, can I have one oracle card to wrap this up for the collective? Full moon eclipse in Taurus. One card, please. Okay. Repairing the veil. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself here. Forgiving yourself here, especially, and allowing yourself to release the shadow, or allow the shadow to move here. Allow it to allow some more light in. This could be like healing a lot of this could be something that happened to you, like something that you picked up, something that you learned when you were a child, maybe like 9 years old. Or this could be something that, like, you know, you have been carrying for maybe even like 9 years or something like that. It could be, this could be anything. This could be your relationship to success. This could be your relationship to home and family, but it's being healed and repaired here under the light of this moon. So this will feel good, right? It will feel good if you allow it, right? It will feel good if you don't continue to grip on to the shadow, because the shadow wants to move on and allow more light in at this period in time. That's what wants to happen under this full moon lunar eclipse. So let's just read this really quick. It says, between us all is a thin veil appearing to be a space that separates us. We look through this veil and believe ourselves to be distinct from each other. We assume that our thoughts and feelings are our own. We see bodies and objects and the spaces between them, so we engage the world in relationships between a duality of us and them. This veil serves as a mysterious illusion, making it so hard to believe in our inherent connection and unity. We can't always remember that what we do to someone else, we at the same time do to ourselves. When we claw at the veil out of fear, anger, jealousy, or resentment, manipulate another, misuse our power, or allow someone's actions to diminish us, we create a wound felt by many, not just those of us in the smaller direct relationship. Now is the time to examine where your actions have caused difficulty or harm to someone else, and also where you have been the recipient of harm. Regardless of what side you are on, it's important to take responsibility for healing this rift by bringing love, compassion, deep listening, and presence to whatever is not in harmony. Do this for you and for your own liberty as you become an unwitting hostage once you take the role of perpetrator or victim, both positions of weakness. Let go of all your resentments, know your part in the dynamic, and make the appropriate amends with that newfound wisdom and understanding. Healing, forgiveness, and mending what is broken in your world is a sweet, much-needed declaration of freedom. And when you attain that level of freedom, right? Freedom from that shadow that you've been holding on to, right? It's time to forgive yourself, forgive someone else, whatever. When you attain that level of freedom, that's when you explode. That's when the expansiveness comes in, right? That's when you enter this overflow of blessings and abundance here. Let's go over to Patreon. Let's do an extended reading, shall we? Okay, y'all. Thank you again so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, drop me a thumbs up, drop me a comment. And if you are so inclined, please, let's go on over to Patreon. I will see you over there. But if this is where we leave things, please know that I am sending you so much love, so much peace, so many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.